Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to Weekday Wagers live on our Weekday Wagers YouTube channel. I'm your host, Daniel Greer, and Robbie Hockey will be joining me today as we look at what's happening in the March Madness right now. We're seeing a flip in the game of TCU and Ohio State. Ohio State's just now taking a 1-point lead, so that's a good game that we're going to watch along with you all, as well as the three others that are live at the moment. But thank you all for hanging out with us. We're going to give you our best bets here on a beautiful Thursday. But also, if you're missing out on the free video plays that we're putting out on our YouTube channel, you can go just to the video part, and you can see. I know that both me and Mark have been putting some out. And so there are two up for us today, plus many others are going to follow along. So stay tuned for all of that. We're trying to show a little bit of free, like give you a little bit more that you're not even asking for. So we'll give you the free plays. That way you can just kind of tune them in for a quick 2-minute video, get in, get out, and get about. But let's go ahead and look back at how yesterday went. And so speaking of free plays, these were two free plays yesterday. Jack Hughes, 2+ points at plus 155. And then Miami of Ohio against SMU, that game went over the 161.5. So a little sweepski yesterday for the boys. But, you know, one of the guys who sweeps our Florida boy. Let's go ahead and bring him in, and that is Robbie Hockey. What up, man?
What's up, DG and everybody else? Yeah, I'm glad everybody's betting college basketball. Like I said before the show, it's making hockey lines look great, so I'll take what I can get right now.
Yeah, they're pushing those down because, not saying nobody's paying attention to them, but it's like, hey, there's not as much money coming in on them, so maybe you're getting friendlier lines, which is always good. But thanks for everybody who's watching, whether it's here or whether you're watching on social media over on the X. We appreciate you coming in. But here on Thursdays, we get a little TV timeout action, and I know you're excited to talk about Survivor, as am I, but we do have this is a sports betting show. So we'll get into the games, which right now, let's break them all down. We have Nebraska is beating Troy by 14. Louisville's up by 13 over USF, which is honestly South Florida. I thought that they would be better. They have not looked good at all in this game. High Point, 9-15 against Wisconsin. I actually enjoy watching that game, but it's not on the high level yet. It's not on the main TV. The main
12
one.
To 15 now. They just hit a 3.
There you go. See?
There you go.
That'll be a fun game to watch. But 55-53, up by 2. Ohio State coming back after being down, I believe, 14.5 is a huge flip. Do you remember who we had?
I know that I've got like 3 brackets. One of them has Ohio State. One of them has TCU. So one of them's looking good right now. But I did have a lot of Troy. I did have a lot of High Point. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be out of it by the day.
That's funny. I'm going to go ahead and look at what we had as a group here, our Weekday Wagers one. So I believe looking through here, we had – didn't even tell me. Oh, yeah, we had Ohio State. Okay, so good. We had Ohio State winning that one. So
from our Friday show.
Friday show. No, from Monday show.
Monday show, dude.
It felt like a Friday, but it was a Monday.
That's right. Yes, we did have Ohio State. I know that we did not have Prairie View. I saw that they won yesterday.
Yeah, for sure. No, they did win, but we didn't have them because they were in the play-in, so we didn't have to play them yet. But it looks like now going up 4 shooting free throws is Ohio State. That shocks me just in general, but we'll see. I picked them in many a bracket. I think every bracket. But my guy Peyton, this isn't looking good. He was excited at halftime about that. All right, let's look at this. We have Mark. Is he on the book tour? Are we aware where he might be?
I'd imagine so. He's always off on Thursday, so he may have scheduled a set in to do a book signing and talk about his book and the models and everything else. So it wouldn't surprise me if you found him in a Barnes and Noble somewhere in New York right now.
I bet the line would be Virgil-esque, if you know. You know. Rest in peace to the great Virgil. What about the Stars? What's going on with them? Because I have no clue about hockey right now, just like a lot of others.
Yeah, so that game, told Mark yesterday, that game has gone over like 7 goals in their last 5, which made me nervous last night because I thought it might be a tighter played game. That game finished 1-1 and went to a shootout. I think every game between these two teams have gone to a shootout. Nathan McKinnon missed the last goal, and the Stars ended up winning that game 2-1. We did catch Jason Robertson anytime goal, so the Stars totally redeemed themselves for me for Light the Lamp. I think we got that at plus 160, so yeah, it was good for me in that game.
Nice. Well, I had no idea. And we're not doing a light the lamp today. So because that, is there any guy that you might like to light the lamp today?
Yeah, the guy that I'm going to talk about in my pick, I really like him. I like Tampa Bay's guys again. Nikita Kucherov and Braden Point, their best odds are at bet 365. And then in the late game, Adrian Kempe and Artemi Panarin are 2 guys I'd look for to score goals. So there's you 4 that I really like that I've actually placed bets on for tonight.
Sounds free money. All right, well, let's go ahead and get you our picks. You have your first guy coming up, Bobby McCann.
Yeah, McMahon, like Vince McMahon, except I think this guy's a little more cleaner cut than Vince McMahon. But yeah, Bobby has been traded to Seattle. He had some visa issues, but he's been with them the last 3 games. And in the last 3 games, he's done nothing but score 3 goals and acquired a total of 6 points in that span. Seattle's playing Nashville tonight, which really, if Nashville loses this one, they might as well kiss their playoff hopes goodbye. Seattle needs to win this one to keep their playoffs going. So it's almost a little elimination game going on. But since Bobby's came over to Seattle, it has rejuvenated that offense. Bobby was a hell of a player when he was with the Maple Leafs. He just didn't get a lot of run there. But I like Bobby McMahon tonight. When he was with the Maple Leafs and played the Preds, he has scored a goal in his last 2 games. If you're looking for somebody to light the lamp, his odds were plus 325 today. So for him to just get a point at plus 106 is a great price. For him to score a goal at plus 325 is a hell of a price. So give me Mr. McMahon, 1+ point at plus 106.
I'm sorry, Bobby. I didn't mean to torture and your name there. Torture. I don't think that's the right word either. I'm going to go with BYU, the Cougs, minus 2.5 here. It's at minus 105. They're going against Texas. Texas just played in the early rounds, so the play-in games, and they had a decent lead over NC State, but eventually came back down to earth and honestly barely held on to get that win. But I kind of looked at how they have played lately, and it's not been great. But also I look at the travel. The travel has to take a toll because they're now going Dayton, and I believe this game, if I'm not mistaken, they're going all the way out west. If I could find it, where in the world are they? I cannot even find BYU on this list. Maybe BYU is not really playing in life. BYU out in Oregon. There we go. So BYU's now got to go from Dayton out to Oregon. And so at this point, the travel is going to get them. BYU is going to have the best player on the court with AJ Dubasa. And so because of that, I think in March, when you have free throws that are coming down the wire, they're going to try to tie it if they're up by 3. So taking a 3 late into the game, that holds us on for that key number. And so because of that, I think them winning by 3 points here is definitely a good look. So I'm going to go with the Cougs. Those Cougars that what do you call it? I believe it's the Crumble money, because that's the owner of Crumble is the one that's giving all the NIL money. Did you know that?
I did not know that. I did not know that's where Crumble came from. And they make the cookies, correct?
Yes. Have you eaten a Crumble cookie, first of all?
No.
Okay. I want to know the chat before I give my opinion. I'll come back to it. We're going to hear Seabass in a second. I want to know the chat. Would you give the Crumble a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Because I have my opinion. Some people love Crumble. Some people don't like Crumble. It is what it is. But let's hear from Seabass, the other guy where the cookie might crumble.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Seabass, the only 5-star chef in the game. We all know sports betting is full of bad beats and tough calls, but when it comes to flavor, there's no second guessing. Bassett's Blends is the plus EV lock of every meal. We don't need a stinking model. Crafted with winning spices and bold taste, Bassett's Blends comes in 3 flavors: original, hot, and no salt. That's going to turn chicken, steak, vegetables, any dish into a can't-miss cover every night. With Bassett's Blends, there's no bad beats, no flavor fades, just guaranteed greatness. Check out the link right here where you can pick up your Bassett's Blends for a guaranteed lock every single night.
All right, people are weighing in. Nonsense McGee, welcome back, by the way. I haven't seen him in a minute, and I know life sometimes with our jobs get a little iffy there and kind of change up our routines. But he said, what is a crumble?
Crumble after today.
Yeah, it's 100%. So crumble cookie, they make the big cookies, and you get like 6 of them for like $25, which is stupid in general. It's dumb. But like, crumble cookie is overrated. Now, the best thing they do is they make sometimes like a little shortbread, which isn't a cookie. It's in a freaking container, okay? So it can't be a cookie with like a strawberry cheesecake, kind of like a shortbread, something like that. Now, those are good. The cookies, man, they're so much better. I saw somebody say Insomnia's cookie is better. There's a lot of cookies that are much better than them. I like the smaller ones if I had to have a preference at all. So we'll see.
No, I couldn't help you there. I know I made the mistake one time of buying everyone ice cream from Marble Slab because I thought it's ice cream. How much could this cost? And I could have went to a 5-star restaurant and had a bottle of whiskey for what I paid for everybody's damn ice cream during that trip. My goodness.
Yeah. Each cookie is 4 servings. God, yes. It's practically a year's worth of a sugar in one cookie. All right, we have TCU now taking the lead right now as we have Ohio State with the ball. They're going down, but it looks like they missed their shot. Now TCU is coming down the other way, 58-57 with 3 minutes to go in the game. This is becoming a really good game. And so just looking through this, USF came back, and now they're only down 10. High Point's still only down 7 to Wisconsin, but Nebraska is completely running away from Troy. I expected that. I thought it'd be a more entertaining game. But I thought Troy would somehow hold, but Troy's just outmatched. And so at that point, you got to not worry about that. But is there any big games for hockey that we should be watching maybe at all? Like, is there like, hey, is this March Madness? Is it Thursday? Everybody's watching this. But is there a hockey game we kind of need to keep our eye on, kind of?
If we were in last year, you do have Edmonton and Florida playing rematch of the Stanley Cup final, but neither team looked the same this year. So honestly, Edmonton needs the win. Florida's already out. There is a good one, Montreal and Detroit. Both of them are they're really close in the standings in the other division. I think that is, if you're wanting to watch hockey tonight, hey, I'll join you. But that's the game that I would probably watch would be Montreal and Detroit.
Yeah, that would be that'd be a game that hey, I might look at it, the score, but I'm probably not watching at this point, being not a hockey lover. But
let's be real, I'm a hockey lover, and it's going to be heavy college basketball tonight. It's March, man. I want my bets to hit, and I'll check on those, but I'm going to be watching more basketball since it's March.
You know who's going to be watching a lot of basketball is this guy. Just tuning in, 14-hour shift, the sports book. I love it, Joe. Yeah, we're praying for you for sure because that is going to be no fun. But
I want to interview him at what life is like working at a sports book, because I know what life is like at my real job, and there's some days where I just want to not be here anymore. So I want to know what that life is like at a sports book. Do you get complaints? Do you get mean, mad people? That would be interesting, because I've never actually thought about people who actually work there and what they have to go through.
The only thing I can think of is lines that move. Like that could be a discussion if it's live betting. I don't know if it's more kiosk stuff, because the kiosk stuff could be, like that. He says you don't want to know some of it. That'd be big for sure. I would not want to know some of what's happening, but I'd say for the most part, the arguments would be lines that move potentially. Payouts should be normal. I don't understand. So I don't know how it'd be that bad, but we'll see. All right. So besides Scotty coming in here with a grenade with Hawaii with a big upset, I believe Hawaii is playing somebody I like.
Any idea? Put him in the saloon if that happens.
Arkansas.
I hope Hawaii wins.
Yeah. Well, I think Arkansas will hold serve. But it's Thursday, Rob. I know we're talking about March Madness, and I know it's a lot happening right now. But as you know, I know it's Thursday. What are we doing Thursday? Take a timeout. All right, let's go ahead.
Sorry, I saw Joe's comment and it got me. I know a horse better is going to complain. That'd be like me going to a bar tonight asking to put on that Montreal-Detroit game when everybody in there's got their college gear on.
Feel like, bro, like it's not that big a deal. Like we're not doing horse racing today, but we are doing some Survivor. So we want to have too long of a show because everybody's watching March Madness. We'll probably be here for sure as we end Ohio State and TCU, which is a 1-point game, 2 minutes to go. But did you like last night's episode of Survivor where we will spoil things for you if you haven't watched it, so you might as well turn it off if for some reason you haven't. But we hope that you hang out with us. Did you like last night's episode?
Yeah, it was entertaining. Way more entertaining, I think, than last week. I remember last week being at the end of it thinking, is that it? Or did I miss something? Last night felt like it was more impactful. And also talking about Zach Brown, he is a legit badass apparently because he went out there and did his thing, caught a fish, not just any fish, a fish bigger than him, and then went and cooked it all up. I don't know how much of that cooking was on him, but the fact that he went and did that, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's what same thing as Scotty Too Hottie saying is Zach Brown, being awesome. I saw him in concert, great in concert, him having a little bit of a sit around the fire, hang out, play the guitar is gotta be like up there on their bucket list for everybody that was able to do that. But just seeing him in that spot was really, really nice. But I would say that I liked the episode. It was good, but like it just seems like Christian is running the show. And I never would have thought that. Do you think that Christian is running the show over there for his drive, whatever the name of it is?
He is now. It was Mike before everything went down, and Mike just basically put himself on blast talking about that he's essentially a con artist. Like, what are you doing? Like, why would you say that? And then it opened, as Emily said, it kind of opened her eyes to what he was doing in the beginning. Also, she sucks. She sucks. Christian has tried to help her twice now with an idol and then with being like, hey, we're not telling Ozzy. We're not voting Ozzy. I know you got a thing for him or whatever, but we're not getting him involved. First thing she does is tell him. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, come on, man, hold it together.
Yeah, Emily is one of the girls. Like I said, like I don't like her at all. I could see her doing well, but I think that's because she's not good at anything. And if you see that, in all honesty, literally that Vatu tribe could be still pushing on that boat as we speak. If Jeff wouldn't have ended whatever that deal was, because that competition. They weren't moving that thing. They suck as a tribe. Yeah.
And I'm also, it was cool to see Zach Brown, but I'm also glad someone didn't get to see Zach Brown, and that's Sari. Of course, who's sitting out? First hand up. And then her comment during the competition, oh, we're getting to see a country concert. No, you're not. No, you're not. You didn't do anything. You didn't help. You suck. I hate that she's still there.
Yeah, that's what I see, that Sari is on a team that is pretty good, and mainly it's the team of the Vatu that's just horrible. So at this point, Survivor better than anyone else I know. So we're looking at how they're breaking down. How many people are left? Is it 5 left for them?
I think so. I think it's 5 total because they're doing the double elimination next week because they keep having a tribe that just completely sucks right now. So they're going to do the double elimination next week. And then you got Rizzo and Charlie is my new favorite rivalry as well going on.
Okay. Yeah. So which side are you on that one?
Rizzo. Simply because Charlie's a big Taylor Swift fan. I got no respect for him.
Okay. See, I like Charlie and his gameplay. And I think that like not letting Riz know about what's going on, but obviously like having beef with him without him knowing you have beef is great for television, but it's also great for the gameplay as well. So, watching that has been great. I'm a big Charlie fan. I think he'll do well in this season. So just looking through this, if you had to look at next week, are we seeing Vatu again, just going to lose again?
I think so. I think there'll definitely be one of the two, and I think the producers knew that was going to happen. That's why they got 2 tribal councils next week.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is we got to look at like at this point, you got to think that with their numbers dwindling down, at some point it bottoms out or they have to do a complete merge. But when does the merge come? Because there's too many people still left.
I think they're going to do another tribe swap before they do a merge. I think they're going to try to backhand them one more time and do another tribe swap before they actually merge again.
Why? At this point, shouldn't we just let them kill each other off? Or is that just like, all right, we have 4 people setting out of each tribe at this point. We can't keep doing this.
I think it's just because of the people on that tribe that's kind of sucking right now. Christian, who's playing pretty solid game, and then you got Ozzy, who everybody is enamored with. I think that's why they'll try to swap it up to keep those guys a shot at going forward. Because if they keep on this trajectory, it could even be Ozzy going home next since he threw a crybaby fit. And let's point this out. Mike White, if anybody has ever watched White Lotus on HBO, he is the director, producer. That's his show. Angelina was on that show. He has a lot of people from Survivor come and do cameos on that show. That's the only reason why Ozzy cared so much about that vote last night. He's looking for his meal ticket to be on White Lotus. So don't think they're buddy-buddy. He was looking out for himself, and it fell through. So it happens.
Yeah, and I'm not a big White Lotus fan, so I didn't know that until before the show started. And you were talking about Ozzy wanted to be on that show, and that makes more complete sense than anything else that I've heard so far. So I think it's a good look by you. All right, so who's in the pole position for you right now? I know it's still hard to find, but week to week, I kind of want to look at and see how this is playing out. So who's in pole position? If you had to pick one or maybe two, if you had to have another, that would be leading for you and potentially winning.
Camilla, she's on.
Okay,
maybe that's her name. She was on the season with Kyle who got eliminated. I think that's her name. I think she's very strategic, but she's very good at challenges, but nobody really pays attention to how good she is at challenges. I think she could be a sneaky, solid pick. The guys who I want to win, Jonathan, Colby, Joe, those type of guys, I think how strong they are will put too many targets on them going forward, especially if they make it to the merge. I want those guys to win, but I don't know if that'll work or not.
Yeah. The only thing they have in their favor is that they keep the tribes the same, because I think those big and honestly, it's 50, so kind of do what you want with this. But if you see another tribe swap and they have to throw their buffs down and remingle again to keep things more fair, I guess, or kind of even on the numbers, then that might be. And so at this point, I'm not sure. But I did see that normally it's 18, I guess, when they do a complete tribe, when they do the merge, and 24 this time. Is that right? That's a big number.
Sounds right, though, because with this new era that they don't do the full 39 days, so they merge them a lot quicker than what they used to.
All right, I'm going to try to see.
I can confirm that.
It says around the halfway point, usually when it's 10 to 13 players remain. The new era, seasons 41, that completely occurs day 13, 14. Earn the merge, episode 6. It's around day 19, 20, when 10 players were left. I thought that was a lot. I think that's how many players. She's talking about that's how many players there are.
Oh, okay. No, usually that's a lot of players. I think it might be the days. Like day 18, maybe they merge or something like that.
Yeah. That maybe that's it. And that's what we're getting at here is you're talking about days 13, 14. Either way, I don't know. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I do think that we need to make sure it gets, closer, because there's no reason they can do a merge this big yet. But anyway, enough about Survivor. I want to go back to what we're watching right now, because currently we have a tied ball game between TCU and Iowa State. Both teams just came down and hit big threes, which is phenomenal. Basketball, I'm trying to peak every chance I get. There's 23-ish seconds to go, and TCU has the ball. There is roughly 4 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock, as TCU now has a ball in a pick and roll with 12 seconds to go. Are you ahead of me?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't want to spoil it, but wow.
Oh, he made it with 4.1 seconds to go. They call a timeout. Wow. Yeah. That's a big bucket, especially going to the post. Like Jamie Dixon.
I know Preston's praying for an Ohio State bucket to send this to overtime because I think he had the 140 total.
Oh, is that what it was? The 140? I was going to ask what his total might be.
I think it was 140.
Wow. Well, I expect that shot clock going off and the game clock kind of going off at the same time. It looked pretty in sync at that point. But let's catch up on. We have a 30-point game between Nebraska and Troy, so that's not going to be a game. We do have now a 10-point game going into half for South Florida and Louisville, which at one point Louisville was running away with. I think South Florida finally found their sea legs. But guess what? High Point, Wisconsin, 2-point game.
2 points.
With 3.5 going as we get closer to halftime. That is great. Did you like the wrestling match between Jonathan and Charlie on Survivor?
It was fun, given what their situation where they're at. I'm sure Charlie's never done wrestling before, so I give them a good solid B+ for their performance, because I know Jonathan works with Lex Luger a lot, right. So he's probably done quite a bit of wrestling just being around him. So, and he looks like a freaking wrestler. Dude's huge. But yeah, it was good. I didn't get why Rizzo won. I thought the Mickey voice that would have probably drove me nuts. And Coach drives me nuts too. Like, he got up when Zach Brown got there like they were bros that he hadn't seen in years. I'm like, man, come on. Just because you're from Tennessee doesn't mean you know Zach Brown. I'm from Tennessee. I don't know Zach Brown personally. Not that small of a state.
What part of Tennessee is he from?
I can't remember, because he said I just heard him say last night, I'm from Tennessee. I was like, no way.
I heard that too. All right, we got an inbounds ball right now with 4-3-2. They're going to not even get a shot up. Oh my God, what a terrible shot! TCU escapes with a 2-point win.
Big win.
They were the lower seed of 9, and so shout out to TCU for coming in clutch there. I know that we'll have Peyton. That I'm actually on Peyton's place tonight. And so we discussed a little bit of that. Yeah. So Peyton's place on, I don't know where it's at on the radio, but I know it's out of TCU. I was on last week as well. We recorded a segment, was able to do that. And so we did it again, but this is about March Madness and our Final Four team. So check it out tonight. He's going to be posting it, I know, on wherever you can find on the radio. If you're down that market, if not, you can at least listen to it in other places. And so just been partnering with him. Listen, good dude. Oh, yeah. He does a great show on Peyton's Place, which is very much copyright against Peyton Manning. I'm not sure how that's going to go, but I guess it won't get that big because Peyton Manning will shut her down.
Yeah. Well, yeah, probably. Well, good for Peyton, man. I'm happy to hear that he's got his own gig going and doing well. I always like Peyton.
Yep, very much. King Lettuce. Always. King Lettuce. We'll represent. All right, but that's all we got today. Mark just got here, so it's time to get out of here. This is a great one. I think so. If you win the weekday wagers pooled, you get in the saloon. There's 2 of us. We have 2 of the 3. What say you?
I don't know. I gotta think. I gotta think on that.
All right, tune in tomorrow. You'll get Robbie's. Yeah. Because we'll have to ask Mark as well, since Robbie didn't make a definitive decision. I say yes, Scotty. So we'll wait for tomorrow to get a word on what Rob and Mark say.
See, I say no, because beating me in any of these brackets is like a JV team playing an NBA team. It's not that hard. I don't know. I don't follow this enough other than my Gators. So you already got a leg up on me. So I don't know.
It's just luck, man.
Mark's probably right. I'm like that parent who says, well, maybe we'll do that. Whenever a parent says maybe, it usually just means no. We did 3. Yeah,
that's true. I would say you have to go with your first one.
No, Scotty, if Hawaii beats Arkansas, I'll let you in the saloon.
All right, but because I'll be happy. You win the whole thing.
Right, but if Hawaii beats Arkansas, sure, you can get in the saloon. Because I want that to happen, and that would be pretty crazy if it did happen.
Fair enough. All right. Well, thank you all for hanging out with us here at Weekday Wagers. I am Daniel Greer, and that is Robbie Hockey. We'll be back here tomorrow, so make sure you tune in. Enjoy the games. There's madness already happening. We already had the first game with an upset. TCU ended up getting the big win over the Ohio State Buckeyes. Always a good to see the Ohio State go down for sure. But we'll see you all tomorrow.